Liverpool sporting director Julian Ward is to leave his role at the end of the season. Ward's decision was an unexpected one, but the club expects no disruption to its operations. Ward, who's pictured here on the right, told the club he wants to take a break after this season, and it's understood he isn't leaving to take up a similar role elsewhere. The club has begun the process of identifying what structure will be best going forward.
It's all change at Liverpool. Big change, too much change. Change that forces you to ask some really strong questions. Now, if losing Michael Edwards as sporting director wasn't a significant enough loss, his successor, Julian Ward, has handed in his resignation and will leave Liverpool at the end of the season. Now, that's really shocking because of how soon it's come, but worse still, the club's esteemed director of research, Ian Graham, will also be leaving at the end of the season. Now, this all comes amid Mike Gordon, the FSG president, who was in charge of the day-to-day running of the club, taking a step back. So, to just put this into context, Liverpool used to refer to their triumvirate, the three key men. That was Jurgen Klopp, Michael Edwards and Mike Gordon. So you have Gordon stepping back, you have Edwards no longer at the club, and you have Klopp, who is now taking more of a role in recruitment, and he will be quite pivotal in assessing the strategy moving forward after all these departures. Now, you may think that's a good thing, a manager absorbing more power, more responsibility, but actually, if we look at the departures, these are key people to the data-driven approach that has made Liverpool so successful. So are they starting to get less responsibility? Is there less trust in them? Is power being taken away from them? In my coverage of the club, the thing that stood out was the people that work in the analytics department saying that the reason it resonates at Liverpool and the club have been able to thrive is because they have been allowed to get on with the job without any interference and to really make a tangible difference. A lot of them had worked at other clubs that wanted to say that they were interested in analytics, but actually did not value the research and did not apply it accordingly. So are we seeing now a change from Liverpool? There's a lot of reports suggesting that they are considering a change in strategy, that Klopp has assumed more control in terms of recruitment, and that might be widely applauded in some areas, but not in others, because the people that helped deliver success, obviously Klopp was a massive part of that, but behind the scenes structurally are all leaving. Now, we cannot ignore that all of these developments come amid Fenway Sports Group looking at fresh investment for the club, which includes the possibility of an outright sale. There's a lot of talk on Twitter saying these people are leaving because the new owners will want to put their own teams in place. And I think we need to understand how long the process is of actually finding people that can afford to buy Liverpool, that are the right owners for the club, that don't have massive human rights abuse issues or other problems that could be flagged against them. And also, the process of a takeover is pretty long in normal circumstances. People might point to the Chelsea situation, but that was completely different. That doesn't apply to the potential sales of Liverpool and also Manchester United, who are on the market. So, worrying developments for Liverpool. It gives a sense of fragility behind the scenes, of chaos. That this has also come off the back of question marks over the medical department and what's happening there with upheaval. Given the start to the season that they've had and the fact that form has not really been that good, there's just a lot of uncertainty around Liverpool and a sense of maybe quiet panic, which you don't associate with the club. It's always been calm, and you always knew that behind the scenes things were running smoothly. It was very collaborative. Is this now time to question whether that's still the case? Because these exits flag a lot of things that need looking into.
It's not ideal because I think when you're talking about recruiting players, a person in that role is heavily involved, not just for right now, maybe the January transfer window, you're talking about the summer as well. So it does feel like a little bit of a shock, and I think it is a little bit of a worry for Liverpool right now. There seems to be a lot of upheaval behind the scenes in terms of obviously the ownership. Michael Edwards has moved on. Julian Ward came in to replace him, and now he's gone as well. So I don't think it'd be easy to get someone straight away. And if it is unexpected for Liverpool and it's come as a shock, I'm sure they're not prepared for something like that right now. But someone will fill that role, and hopefully they have as much success in that role as Julian Ward and Michael Edwards have had in the past.